in the world go all in. Tonight, we raise the stakes. Every shot, every point, every heartbeat. You came to witness history. This is WTT. This is US Smash.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From Hong Kong, China, Do Hoi Kim. And from Korea Republic, SHIN, Yubin.
Well, here they come, and SHIN Yubin, well, she had a good old warm-up earlier on, just an hour or so ago, finishing off her mixed doubles, where they come from behind 3-2 win with partner Im Jong-hoon, so she now looks to double up in the women's, and this is who they're up against.
From China, soon Yingsha and WANG, Manyu.
As I said before, they need to put disappointment behind them. The world's 1 and 2, after a hard day and defeat in the singles, now come out to try to make it happen in women's doubles action. This is a big, big clash in so many ways right now. So huge, really, for the tournament, for the event that they're involved in, that they can at least take themselves deep in this one. But if they are to come up against Kim Na-young and Ryu Hana in the semi-final, they need to get past their opponents right now. So this is the tale of the table. A meeting of these players, of whom the oldest in terms of experience is the Hong Kong China player Do Hoi Kim, who partners SHIN Yubin, who's been in great form in singles and doubles all week long. Wang Manyu and Sun Yingsha, by their own standards, will feel obviously in exiting the singles tournament that they are not at it just yet, but they are a formidable pair when it comes to women's doubles. Ronald Mugwanya of Uganda is in the chair. Let's listen in for the coin toss.
I have red and black. Red.
Okay, let's.
Red. You win the toss. Wang Manyu, choose to receive. You, which side? Okay, who is serving first? Du will serve first. And Wang will receive.
So that's how it's going to shape up, as these four are going to be bringing their moves to the same table that just saw all that dancing going on. Jimmy Butler, the 4-time US champion, a 2-time Olympian, and somebody who's been really enjoying himself here this week. How about that? We had the anthem earlier on. We had that dance crew from LA. Jimmy, did you fancy jumping up and dancing a bit just now?
Well, I was going to say, you know, you mentioned that Sun and Wang lost in the singles. The best way to feel better after a loss is to win a match as soon as possible. Here's an opportunity for both of them to feel a little better after those singles losses earlier today.
The other thing as well is SHIN Yubin on the left of your picture there. She was involved in that 5-game thriller with her partner Im Jong-hoon as they came through in the mixed doubles earlier on. Now, what will she have done in the interim?
Well, if you're SHIN Yubin, I mean, what an advantage to be out here in this match when you just played a 5-gamer like an hour ago. So, you know, these athletes are always trying to get in their best rhythm, so to speak, and one of the best ways to be in a good rhythm is to play on this court. So that definitely gives her an advantage.
And of course, for these guys, when you lose a couple of the absolute huge players in the Chinese team from an event, there are going to be repercussions, there are going to be stories. So these two, I wonder how they spent the last few hours since their respective exits.
Well, that's a good question, but boy, just winning right now will maybe take some of that sour taste out of their mouth from losing previously today.
We'll find out soon enough as these two pairs go at it, but we're going to see some table tennis tonight fitting this arena. And also look at the occasion here. It's an event that can bring as much as 1.55 million to the table here in Las Vegas. And these guys are getting closer and closer, of course, to the prize pot when it comes to the women's doubles. And remember, there are also ranking points up for grabs as well. Rich entertainment, you can be sure of that. 88% of the fan vote, those who went to worldtabletennis.com, have gone with the Chinese pair. And we thank all of you, because this may be an event in Vegas, but the whole world is attending this one way or another. And those of you who go along and vote, well, thanks for your engagement. Thanks for being with us. And this is a spectacular in the making.
Yubin matched up against China's Yingsha and Manyu. Las Vegas, let's hear it!
First game, due to serve, love all. Love one.
There's a great feel to tonight already, isn't there, Jimmy? Just the atmosphere around the place.
There really is, and anytime Wang and SHIN are out on that court, these fans have been their loudest.
2 love.
After a sharp start.
Two, one.
Nice job there by SHIN with that receive out to the wide forehand. That's always a scary place to go there, but if you time it perfectly.
2-all.
We've seen a lot of Du Hoikem, the player that we haven't really spoken about that much so far, involved here in both singles and doubles action this week.
Oh, great job there by SHIN. She was going to take a backhand receive and then noticed the serve was long and then moved her feet quickly and got a forehand in.
4-2.
4-2 the score as they go to the towels. Yeah, that's SHIN Yubin, and we know plenty about her. Du Hoikem has been playing with her fellow Hong Kong-China teammates Wang Chungting in the mixed doubles, and they got past the Indians, Manu Shah and Dia Chitale, to make it through to the semi-final.
5-2.
Du receiving the Shah serve and a point one.
Watch Wang get all the way down to the ground there. Look at that.
It's maybe the second time we've seen the SHIN and Du pair just come together. Short points, but points largely won by the Chinese pair. And they really do look as if they have just warmed up spectacularly well for this. Straight out the blocks here.
And you mentioned short points, John. That's how well this Chinese team controls the table early in the rally. To be able to shut down the points like this against athletes like SHIN and Du, that's how good they are at controlling the table. Oh,
great use of the table there, because there was no way Wang Manyu was getting there.
Watch this white liner right there.
Oh, that's wonderful to watch. And suddenly, they've woken up now. Couple of absolutely beautiful winners.
What an incredible finish right there.
Not this time, though, from SHIN Yubin, who just stamps her feet on the ground in frustration. And it's 5 game points now for SHIN and Wang. Oh, the drama, the oohs and the ahs that comes with the net cord. But at the end of it all, it's a point that means the game is won by the pair from China. the hand held up in apology as they now go to the coaches with the first game won by Wang Manyu and Shasha. Let's listen in. When we come back, we'll hear exactly what was said there. Just a couple of results for you here. Men's singles round of 16. Lin Shidong, the #1 in the world, up against An Jae-hun of Korea Republic, who took a game off him, but in the end, as you saw there, has lost to Lin. Women's singles action right now. Guaiman, that's Lin Shidong's doubles partner, in action in the women's singles, and a victory and a straightforward one against Zhang Yiqing of Chinese Taipei for her. We'll be seeing those guys in action, Lin Shidong and Guaiman, as they play together in the mixed doubles semi-final at the end of this evening. And one of the players they'll be coming up against is indeed Du Hoi Kem in the purple there. She's heading back to the table with Shin Yubin, having dropped the first game against the Chinese pair. Early impressions, Jimmy?
Well, I'm so impressed by the way China has controlled the table early in the rally. For the most part, we saw some real good shots there at the end of that game as far as rallies. Let's watch this game, see how they do it. See, there's a nice little shortcut by Wang, wins the point outright. That's what they're so good at, this little stuff right here. Watch this little cut right there. Oh, that's too good.
And where the other couple, the Shin and Du combination, have been great is when they've got moving.
Let's please, Shin, make sure that the toes is at least near vertical. 1-0.
And there's that table control once again, John, that I'm talking about. They're so good at, watch this right here, shortcut, another shortcut, point 1.
And as Adam always likes to do when we're doing these doubles, just explain the uniqueness about doubles play. Alternate shots, of course, and then the serve, yeah?
2-0.
Diagonally in those service boxes is a must.
That was a nice serve there. Got China to pop it up.
Oh,
3-2.
she was going down and trying to somehow get that ball over and down onto the other side of the table, and it proved impossible for Du. Looks as if they're a lot more in this now, the Shin and Du pairing, Jimmy, on the front foot much more.
Yeah, once they get used to the table control game of China, get used to the way they're cutting the ball, bringing them in short, they're starting to feel a little more comfortable and getting into some rallies.
3-4.
But when they do need to open up and apply the killer touch, as you saw from Wang Manyu there, they can do that so well.
Let 3-4. Five-3.
Too much on that for Du to handle, so it's now a 3-point game in the second, and the Chinese pair lead by
Audience,
1
please.
game already.
No flash. Thank you. 6-3. Four, 6.
That was a quality receive from Shen. Let's watch it again. Watch that receive, so much force, and then a nice finish by Du. Oh, great serve.
5-6.
Caught Wang off guard. She did not expect a deep serve there. She wanted to come and banana flip off a short serve. Great decision and execution from Shin.
Oh, it's wide. And that's why you retrieve every ball. That's why you get them back.
You know, sometimes when you see an open court like Wang sees right there, it can make that happen.
Our eyes lit up.
Seven, 6.
But that little run of points for Shin and Du comes to an end, trailing again by 1.
Six, 8.
Just a little miscue there, forced by the serve. As Du now looks to try and win her serves to draw level. But can't do so because that was a wonderful piece of teamwork between the Chinese players.
Body shot there, and then the finish.
Oh, unlucky.
10,
After a really
6.
good long push there from Shin Yubin, the net conspires against her.
Watch Wang get this shot. She's out of position and still brings it over.
4 game points. Only one of them required to make it a 2-love lead now for Xia and Wang Manyu, who are very much in control of this match. So they look as if they might be on course for the semi-finals, having taken it 11-5, 11-6 so far. But with Shin Yubin in particular in the mood she's in right now after that earlier mixed doubles, let's not get too carried away here.
一个是加进攻，加球拧，是吧？或者是这个包括发球的这个长球的变化，或者侧球的变化。加球的加防守下来。
Third game, Du to serve. Love all. One love.
A great start to this third game. It was a nice rally. Let's watch the end of it here. Look at that beautiful backhand from Shin.
1-all.
1-all. Now, what have they got to do? What have they got to change to go the long way around and win this one in 5, Jimmy?
Well, that's a great question. I think that's a $1 million question.
Have you got a $1 million answer?
I don't. I'm going to pass it back to you.
I mean, based on what you've seen so far, I mean, there are signs that this Du and Shin pairing have got lots of game, haven't they? It's just the quality they're up against.
Yeah, they've got game. They've got to find their A game, and they're going to have to do it together.
Fourth, 2-3.
That's not going to help things. Let's see if we get a TTR review here.
Do they review?
Yeah, we get a review. We love the review, don't we, John?
Loving it.
Challenge by
And it's done
Yubin
so
and
well.
on angle.
Okay.
Challenge by you and Du on angle.
Angle, I think, was the call. That information relayed to TTR. Serve angle. Ooh. Do we see 33 point something? There it is, 33.66.
Thank you. Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge left for Shin and Du. 2-3.
Okay, there's just a little bit. Let's just quickly clear up that. It was, first of all, beyond the 30 degrees that's permissible in terms of deviation from the vertical plane.
Display, please. On the
They wanted the
Thank you.
display change, which has happened. So it's just a couple of things happening here. But, okay,
2,
challenge
3.
overruled.
3-all.
And after all that, let's just quickly talk about that challenge. Jimmy, just explain it and explain why you're happy to see players able to challenge a call on the serve like that.
Well, I'm a little confused what happened there. I need you to help me out. They said challenge unsuccessful. It looked like that was over 30 degrees, so you can maybe help us out there. I'm confused with that whole exchange.
Yeah, he folded her on the serve, right? And then she challenged it, and it was proved to be the right decision by the umpire.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was what happened there.
4-all.
But it's something to have. They're in a game that they must win. Shin Yubin and Du Kem, and it was close. You'd challenge on that, wouldn't you? Just
Oh, absolutely.
3 degrees off.
You're in the third game, down 2-0. I'll challenge everything. I'll use all my challenges if I'm in the third game, down 2-0.
And let's explain the rules around that one. You can challenge as many times as you want, providing you're getting it right. But if you get 2 challenges wrong in a row, that's it. You have no more. And now we get to a timeout, which, of course, we were always going to see at some point in this game, as they find themselves really staring at a difficult situation.
So they're using challenges, they're using timeouts, they're using everything they got, John.
All right, let's get down to Rebecca Adams, who's down by the table, and get her take on what's happening.
Well, I've been really impressed by the way the Chinese pair have shaken off the disappointment of losing those respective singles matches earlier on. And of course, wherever Sun Yingsha and Wang Manyu go, the crowds follow. But they haven't actually been as vocal as they usually have. And perhaps there's still an element of nervousness among them after the top 2 seeds were knocked out earlier, even though they are 2 games up here.
It's a good point that you make, Rebecca, and I think maybe shocked as much as anything, still trying to digest the news that those players and the way that they went out. And as we take a little look at Shin Yubin and Du Kem, let's think a little bit about their opponents. When you look to the way they were beaten earlier on, Shin Yu was superb against Xia, and then Zhu Yuling, the former world #1, dismantled Wang Manyu. So yeah, it will have come as a shock. But they are on top right now against this pair, who must come up with something.
5.
That's a good start off the timeout.
That was an action point right there. Started it out with a deep serve, and then that happened. Oh, that's too good. Great table tennis going on right now. After the timeout, 2 really solid points in a row.
Well, I've mentioned it before, Jimmy, but Shin Yubin seems to be channeling that mixed doubles earlier on, when it looked to all the world as if she and Im Jong-hoon were on their way out, and then suddenly they started to play and won it in 5.
Another great receive and great play by Shin. Right on cue, John. She does it again.
Yeah, and the timeout has really paid off for them here.
Oh, and she wants that
7,
one back.
6.
Yeah, that's too bad. That was the least difficult opportunity she's had lately. She's made so many tough shots. That one didn't happen.
Oh, missed again.
7-all.
This time, Du Kem, it's back to 7-all.
Du almost made this. She was in the perfect position because you don't know where Sun's going to go, but it went right to her paddle, and she's like, oh my goodness, I almost made that.
7-8.
Ooh, this is getting tight. This is getting tense in here now. United chance for the Chinese team, as it were. It's obviously not a team event, this, but in the doubles, we've got a pair here. representing the same country by virtue of what they're wearing, you can see.
Wow.
9-8.
Started off with a deep serve. It looked like Shin and Du were in trouble, but watch the footwork. Look at that shot right there to win the point. Oh, another zinger serve. How about serving it deep at 9-8, right into the teeth of Wang, and you get the point outright.
I've done that a couple of times to her. This time she decided to give it back, but it's 2 game points now for Shin and Du. Not this time.
So that time Wang taking a page and serving deep herself. Oh, the ball hit the net, and we are at deuce.
Sha dealt with a very deep ball so well there.
Oh,
what a point. The best we've seen in this match. How quick. Shin Yubin just dancing across there, taking the ball early, midway through that exchange. Loving this. Shin Yubin. Thank you very much, says her partner. And maybe Shin thinks, I'm going to do this again, because they've claimed a game, and they've claimed it in fine fashion.
And Du on that receive caught the top of the net. That's what caused Shin to be able to get such a clean look at it.
What are they conjuring up with Coach Jung Rui here? This could turn out to be another spectacular story on a day that has been wonderful and rich in terms of the drama. So the mixed association pairing of Du Hui Kem of Hong Kong, China, and Shin Yubin of the Korea Republic come up with a game, and they come up with a game with a style of play, Jimmy Butler, that would suggest maybe they might have more to come.
Well, one thing we've learned about Shin Yubin, she may get down, but she's never out.
Yeah.
Soon to serve. Love all. One love.
We've seen Soon win a lot of points off her serve today with that heavy underspin short chop serve.
She wins both off the serve. Strong start. Remember, they still lead by 2-1. Sha and Wang Manyu.
Really good point right there. A lot of great stuff happened. So watch that get right there, and then look at this get from Shin, and they win the point.
Wasn't that brilliant from Du Hui Kem? It was the backhand so quick that set that one up. There.
You can see Shin and Du working the wide forehand of the Chinese team.
3-2.
But there's real passion on show. That little groan there from Shin Yubin, who thinks she should be making every shot she plays right now.
There's Sun working the wide forehand of Shin.
Such a canny player, straight through the middle there with that whip of the backhand.
Two, 5.
3-point game now. Remember, it's a must-win still for the mixed association pair. Oh, Manyu sliding out of the way and almost under the table.
There's another wide forehand shot with Wang, and she's able to get there.
Another point goes their way. Poaching from Shasha, and it's a 5-point game.
Wang and Sun are like surgical in their placement.
Not this time. And that's a much needed point, but they still trail by 4. A long way back here for SHIN Yubin and Du Hoikem.
There's another nice shot into the wide forehand of the Chinese pair.
Time out even. So they call it with a 3-point lead in a game that, if they win, seals the deal for them. And that makes a lot of sense for them to just take the sting out. Li Da-cheng with a listening brief initially. Well, if you speak Chinese, you'll have understood what was going on there. Everyone had a voice in that three-way conversation. Everyone contributed. And they now know that they just need to pick up another 4 points. And they're through.
4-7. Audience, please.
No flash. Somebody's holding up. Look at that. A flash permanently on there. Whoops.
It's probably the phone flashlight. Mine sometimes accidentally goes on and it never comes off. Oh, what a receive by Wang. Just drills that receive coming out of the timeout.
In a flash, if you will.
That's too good for me, John. Look at that receive.
Now, she just couldn't cope with that, Du Hoikem, and now they're in all kinds of trouble. And it might just be the end of the road. It looked as if they might have got a comeback underway, but 6 match points against Du Hoikem serving and her partner SHIN Yubin. Well, she can't do any more than that. Both points on serve 1, reducing it to 4 match points, but the ball in the hand of the world #1 singles player. Odds stacked very much in her and her team's favor. Fighting for their lives, but it wasn't good enough. It's a win for Yingsha and Manyu. in this women's doubles quarterfinal, and a high-quality affair, Jimmy, deservedly won by that pair.
Great table tennis, great job there by Shin and Du to win that third game and make this a match.
But it wasn't to be a comeback this time, and so 3-1 is the final scoreline in favor of Wang Manyu and Yingsha. And we don't want to labor the point, but it probably won't in any way go to make up for their individual disappointment earlier on in the day. However, they now will be involved in semi-final action. And having mentioned it, we can check out exactly what's going to be happening and who they play when they continue through to the semi-final here in Las Vegas, as things are taking shape as we come towards the business end of all of the competitions we have at this event. So awaiting the result of this one were the pairing of Kim Na-young and Hana Ryu, and those are the semi-finals. Elsewhere at the top of the draw there, it's going to be Wang Yidi and Quay against Zhang Yijing and Lin Yuru-jun. So that is what we've seen. What's to come? Well, I'll tell you, we've got an all-Japanese affair here that should be spectacular. Two guys who give it all out on the table. Tomokazu Harimoto against Sora Matsushima. That's next.